Okay, what I have here is an APX7000XE Motorola radio. It was ordered spec'd to what I wanted. It's UHF range 1, VHF with GPS as well, and the federal government front panel programming, so there is no dongle necessary. I want to take a minute to kind of go over it because there's a lot of videos of somebody, showing the radio. There's Motorola demonstrations of the radio, but there's nothing really from a ham radio, amateur radio operator standpoint. I just wanted to cover a few things on it. This particular one is the dual display model with FPP. One of the things that I really liked about that I don't really cover is that's glass, and that display here is glass. So unlike the other radios where the screens scratch really easily, this one does not. Not even the top screen. And I also really like the audio. It's extremely loud audio. I have mine password protected because I do use it at work. And if somebody does disappear with it, it is quite an expensive radio, especially if you, like me, and you bought it brand new. Some of the features, I primarily use mine in analog. There's only one local ham repeater that does Astro P25, and my usage at work is all analog. But I love having the dual band on it. Some of the things that are really neat about having the XE model is the size of the switches and the knobs. And for example, like the volume knob, it's not very easy to turn, so you're not going to turn down your volume with your shirt or sitting down in a chair or something like that. I don't know how this will turn out on YouTube, but I'm going to switch it on.
Apple Valley, it was partly cloudy with a temperature of 86 at zone. And working the HF radio, whether you're out in the RV, camping. Zone 1, channel 1.
It is extremely, extremely loud. I love the voice features. I don't have it set up for my work or the ham, but I was playing around with it in the local fire department zone. Let me turn this down a little bit. Let's do fire.
Zone 9, fire 1.
I like that it says fire, your police.
Fire 2. Fire 3. Fire 1.
And if they got tactical channels.
TAC 6. TAC 5. Fire 1.
And if you go back to zone, I was playing around, you go to police.
Zone 8, police 1. Police 2. Police 3. Police 1.
Doesn't have weather, but you can do voice files, audio voice files,
Zone 1,
and have it record your own for whatever zone or channel you would like. I'm pretty sure if you're buying this brand new or through a dealer or through in bulk, you could probably get Motorola to make voice files for you, but I'm not really that interested in it. Trying to think. That's one of the questions that I had when I was ordering it, because I wanted it with the GPS. So in case I'm out somewhere and I'm calling in, for emergency assistance over the ham, you can do location. You can set, where is it? Location. If you push the location button, it'll pull up on the screen your coordinates. Like you see in the corner, there's a little GPS satellite beacon. Which is kind of nice. If you're used to ham equipment, there's a handful of differences. If you're doing FPP, front panel programming from here, you can only program the channels that you have in there. So if you're one that does a lot of on-the-fly stuff, you may want to have a zone specifically set up with blank channels, so you can add those and then program them in there later with CPS. There's talk around mode, repeater mode, power, zones, Bluetooth, battery, passwords, recent calls, contacts. Or you can change your ID for MDC. We use MDC at my work. You can page people, mute, zone, change your zones. Oh, scan list. I've got my scan button here. Turn scan off.
Scan.
Turn scan on. It announces it. And you can go through and pick which channels you got on your scan list. Oh, I also got transmit inhibit. You key up. It keys up. Put it there. Transmit inhibit. Transmit inhibit. So there's some neat little features. This radio is not for everyone. It is a large radio, but I'm doing this little demonstration here for people who would like to get one, but aren't 100% sure what it's all about. It does have 3 zone settings here and 16 channel settings across the top. You can program as many zones into the radio as you would like, but anything more than 3 zones, and you assign those 3 zones up here what you want those to go to. Anything above and beyond those 3 zones, you have to actually flip the radio over and pick it out from the screen. I want to show something kind of neat, because I know that some people have, or at least I know that I've had questions before I ordered this, how this actually works. This is the Bluetooth speaker mic with the flashlight on it, volume control at the top, and emergency button at the top. Turn it on.
Motorola Solutions. Power on. Touch blue dots together to connect.
Now, there's a blue dot here, and there's a blue dot on the front of the radio. And you go.
Connecting. Connected.
If only pairing your phone with things was that easy. Now, you read on the top of the radio, I'm keying up, transmit inhibited. Flip this over, your transmit is good. You got a volume control here. Normally is what I do is I turn this all the way up, turn this up. It lets me know it's up. Now, let's go to a ham channel.
Zone.
You can adjust the volume on the speaker mic with the volume lever on the radio. I've found that the volume lever on the speaker mic is more of an abrupt change, whereas if you change it from the radio, it's much more of a smooth, much more precision setting. And then the flashlight, which is kind of neat. You know, if you're in a dark setting, you can clip it on your shirt collar or whatever, and it gives enough light off to be able to read. Nothing fancy. That's not why I bought it. Then there's the extended battery, which let's give a side-by-side view. The clips are right about there. It adds a few inches onto the bottom of the radio. And obviously, if you get the double-sided version, you have this interesting belt clip set combo that it goes into. You got your normal buttons if you're kind of used to Motorola. This one would be your monitor, your push to talk, your scan, or whatever, your assignable buttons. The bottom one, I found this kind of neat. You've got turn on the back light, turn it off. If you hold down on it, it flips over the wording on the screen. So if you look at it on your waist, on your hip all the time, this might be a better orientation, and it's facing you and you can read it. If you don't, that would be an okay orientation too, whatever your preference is. I couldn't think of anything else that was interesting to assign to that key, so I assigned it backlight and orientation. Anyways, I hope that this video is somewhat helpful and gives you enough information to decide if you would like to purchase one. Anyways, have a nice day.